Smoky time. Oh my god, I'm only 1 minute late. Let's go. I'm sick with it. I'm sick with it. Okay. So in a second, I'm going to explain how we're going to structure the stream. And then you can all yell at me. Sounds like fun. Did it notify in the Discord, by the way? Did it notify in the Discord? Yes? Sweet. Hey, buddy, how's it going? It's going good. Thank you for the hydrate. I have an actual mason jar of water. Ba-bum, ba-bum. And then I need to change stream title. Okay. The class today is on Chatoyancy 101 Rock Dog class. Now here's what we're gonna do. I need to experiment today. Markiplier streaming. Sorry, Rock Dog, there's always a bigger fish. Wow, crazy. Okay, it's an experimentation day. Okay. So, I'm gonna see if I can make it 4 hours. I'm gonna see if I can make it 4 hours. So, the plan is we're gonna yap for the first hour, then we're gonna move on to class, and then if we don't have if we have time after class, we'll play a game. Okay? That's what we're doing. I'm trying to make it longer because I need to do more. Hi. I need to do more. I need to work harder on the streaming stuff. So I made a whole stream itinerary. 4 hours is a lot, though. I'm not saying I'm gonna be able to make it that long, but I'm gonna try. Well, fuck. I dropped my thing. Ba-ba-bum. I mean, I don't mind. Meowdy. Meowdy. But, how's everybody's day? How's all y'all's day so far? What eating? I am eating taco. I didn't eat before class because I was busy writing the slides. That's another reason why we're yapping beforehand, so that I can finish food. Priorities, guys. Priorities, you know? I am very eepy. Ooh. Did you wake up late? Spent like 6 hours working on my projects. That's good. What'd you work on? Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Speed. Don't let me. Prepping my carnelian for faceting. Nice. I just had to prep a bunch of optical quartz. Could we get an art channel, Professor? We can. I can do that after stream if that's okay. But I am willing to do a one of those. I think that'd be fun. I have like sad boy tacos. It's just taco meat and cheese. Like no shell, no nothing, just that. Ooh, we love vrchat. No, I have like my sad man tacos. It's just meat and cheese. Does that even count? It's taco meat. Does it count as a taco still? No. There's just taco meat and cheese. Does that count as a taco still? We do have a Discord server. It's in my card. It's a what? By the way, thank you, Nightmare, for the follow. I appreciate you! So I think y'all will be excited, but I worked really, really hard on today's class. I took every note that I could from the previous ones to make this one better. Next thing that has changed. Here. One sec, guys. There you go. Spoon, thank you for subscribing. You do not have to do that. Okay. I gotta change to my Nova Cat, everybody. I like rock. Aw, thank you. Okay. Thank you for the sweat. Okay. Okay, so one of the first things that has changed for stream is ads are no longer every 30 minutes. They're 3 minutes every hour. 3 minutes an hour. I turn them to what a bunch of my other streamer friends recommended. So that's what we're doing. Okay. They said that this would be better, that people would find it less intrusive. So that's what we're doing. 3 minutes every hour. Next thing. Trying to think of what else I did for stream. Oh, we have our like abouts and stuff like that I'm gonna work on later today, which is nice. But yeah, ads 3 minutes every hour. I was gonna ask, what do you guys think? Is that better? Previously, it was a 1 minute 30 seconds per 30 minutes. So it's the same amount, just all at the end. Do we like that better? I was told it would be better. I think this is ultimately fine. I don't know. I don't know anything about ads. If I could turn them off, I would. But I also want to keep my recommendation stuff intact. Hi, Raish. It's cool to me. Okay. Ta-da. First thing out of the way. If ads are bothering people, consider subscribing. Well, they shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to subscribe or feel like they have to subscribe. You know what I mean? They should just feel like, it's okay. Isn't it 60 minutes? Isn't it 60 minutes an hour? Yes, 60 minutes isn't an hour. But this is just for ads. This is just for ads. I changed it from 1.5 minutes every 30 minutes to this. Because I was told this good, this bad. I was told that this also disables pre-roll ads. Hi, Rocket. Rocket, you'll be disappointed with me. I was 1 minute late today. 1 minute. Cancel me. It's over, guys. It's over. How could I? But yeah, so this is what I did. I'm just informing you guys. And then what we're gonna do is I have a stream itinerary. I have a stream itinerary today. Oh, okay, fucker. I have a stream itinerary. First hour. So first hour, we're gonna yap. And then Yapaholic, am I right? Yap. I kind of want to tell my Crazy Puff story from last night. Crazy Puff. And then at hour 2, we'll start class. Second hour, we start class. Second hour, class. We're doing Chatoyancy 101. I wrote a quiz. There are visual examples. I did the whole shebang since I had more time to prep for this class. And then I think that this will make it 2 hours. I think. So, fourth hour. So, this would be 2 to 4. 2 to 4. And I think our fourth hour, we might play a game. If I make it that far, all I know is I'm making it to the end of class. That's it. Actually, I wrote this wrong. Okay, that is the plan. That is the plan. Okay, what do we think of this plan? I like this plan. I like it? Okay. At least somebody likes it. I was so worried. You sure you won't burn out halfway through it? Nope, I got this. Avis, now you understand how I feel. Think about it. I had to get good at that. So this is our plan. Chatoyancy. You guys know what chatoyancy is? We've talked about it a bunch. Chatoyancy. You guys know what? Cat's eyes, that's right. Now, I won't spoil anything in class, but we're going to go through, like, some rare ones, some not rare ones. We're going to go through a lot. What about my eyes? They're in rocks. Big ones. So I wanted to tell my crazy pup story. I thought it was funny. So last night, I might have, because I wanted to upgrade for a stream, I went and spent my own money, not money that I've made from stream, but my own money. And I bought 8 more trackers. So soon I'll have elbows and knees and all sorts of stuff, right? And I got them at a steal. I got them at like $100 a tracker, which is pretty good when I think retail they're like $140, $150. Bam. But as people know, I live pretty rurally. I live out in the middle of nowhere. So I had to drive an hour last night to go get these, right? Spur of the moment decision. I did it. It's done. I get there and I pull up. We decide to meet at a Walmart. I'm driving by. I see this cool hot guy and I'm like, "Yo, what's up, hot stuff? Do you like my Dodge Charger?" I'm joking. I live in a Mormon state. I'd probably get shot in the face if I said that. But I pull in front of the garden center. I whip my car around and I'm chilling. See, werewolves are cool, except when they're Mormon werewolves. I'm joking. But I whip my car around. I'm alone. I'm parking alone, right? There is nobody in this aisle but me. And I'm like, "Oh, I made it. Can you please come over? Thank you." Right. And I'm sitting in the car, and I'm in my work clothes. I look nice. I'm wearing my suit. Guy gets out after coming up, and he's like, "Here they are." And he hands me this big box, and he's just staring at me. He's like, I'm like, "Oh, here's your money." I give him cash. And I I know. I work in retail. I can count money pretty fast. I have never had such an agonizing time watching somebody recount $100 in 20s. I watched him go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he lost track. And then now we're starting over. Now we're starting over. And he keeps counting them, right? And he pulls up in a nice car. He's got a BMW. He's pulled up in a nice car. Man is so slow. There's even hundreds in there, right? There's full ass hundreds, and he keeps losing track. And he's like, sorry, man. I'm just really slow at this. And so I'm like, don't worry. It's okay. I got all the time in the world. It's not like I have to drive an hour back home. You know, it's fine. Count again. 1, 2, 3. Fucking car drives by. Oh, I lost count. We're starting over again. It's happening again. I lived this for 10 minutes and I'm sitting there like this against my car. I'm like, God, I'm held prisoner. I'm held prisoner. If he's gonna shank me, he better do it now. If he's gonna shank me, he better do it now. Finally, he makes it through. And he gives me the face of, okay, bye. And he literally shakes my hand. He grabs my hand and he's like, ugh! Bye. And he jumps in his car and leaves. At this point, I'm like, oh, man, while that was going on, I should have checked the boxes, right? So I go and check the boxes. Luckily, everything is like he said. It's all brand new in the box. Good thing. Good deal. I have everything. It's fine, right? Man gripped my hands with the might of Zeus, and I was like, oh my Jesus. Take me to dinner first. Okay. So I'm sitting in my car. I now have my 8 brand new Vive trackers. And it's like, huzzah, I did it. Transaction success. I go through the transaction. It was completed. I wasn't shanked. Big win. I think it was a social experiment. Had to have been. But I didn't get shanked. Big win. Okay. Fast forward. I'm sitting in my car. And I go and I'm like, I'm going to go get some gas. I'm going to go get some gas. I drive up to get some gas. And I walk in and I deal with the same fucking thing. Behind the cash register, there's 2 people in front of me and the lady is paying in cash. And the guy goes, sorry, I lost count. How much did you say again? Wait, what? It's another 10 minutes. I thought I was in a fucking simulation. I thought I was in a simulation. Hi, Lily. I thought I was in a simulation. Like, oh my God. It's happening again. Eventually, I get my gas. And I'm thinking, you know what would be a great victory? You know what would be a great victory for the good old Smokey who has bought some trackers? Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. That would be a great victory. How is someone working at a register and counting like that? It's like the Truman Show, but the Smokey Show. It was! I thought I was going crazy. And I was like, okay, well, I can't be mean now. I have to be as friendly and as nice as possible. Because what was I going to do? It's not like I'm going to berate him. You count like my grandma. That would be mean. But we make it. We make it, and I get my gas. And like I said, I'm thinking, oh, it's a victory. Victory. Da 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 da. Smoky time. It's smoky time. I'm gonna get me some crazy puffs. And do you guys know what crazy puffs are? Do you guys know what crazy puffs are? Do you guys know what crazy puffs are? I have to know this information. Okay. I'm gonna show you because this is important context. This is important context. I prepped this specifically so I could show you what crazy puffs are. These are crazy puffs. Little Caesars crazy puffs. Delicious. Right? I love them. They're $3.49 for $4. For 4 of them, they're $1 a piece. Great way to have a little cheat, but not have too many like pizza calories. It's genius. Okay. Pizza cupcakes, yes, they're like pizza cupcakes. Okay. I'm like, I'm gonna go get me some crazy puffs. I'm sorry, that looks disgusting though. Well, they taste delicious. Okay. But feel my arteries clogging. Well, you know what? I eat as healthy as I can, and I needed something to distract me from how awful watching that guy count was, okay? But anyways, so I whip my car into the next spot at Little Caesars, and I'm like, it's time. And the first thing I noticed when I get out, 3 cop cars. I'm like, well, shit. Something's going on in the Little Caesars, man. Sometimes you need a little blockage of the arteries. Okay. And I walk in. And have you ever had a money interaction? Like that counting of money, but with a card? No, neither have I. And until last night. So I walk in, and it's like, guy standing behind the counter. He's tall. Taller than me. And I'm like, excuse me, fine gentlemen. Could I get some crazy puffs? Could I get some crazy puffs? My tummy desires crazy puffs. And he has this very interesting voice. And it's like very high and shrill. But this man is larger than I am. And he's like, that'll be $13. I'm like, okay. Card. I have a card. And he looks at me, and I shit you not. Have you seen like the slow blinking meme where it's like one eye blinks and then the other one does? And he's like, oh. He does that to me. It's like, I'm like, sir, may I buy my crazy puffs? And he looks behind him, and he's like, we don't have any. We don't have any. My guy, make me some. I'm paying you to make me some. I'm paying you to perhaps make me some crazy puffs. Okay? And he's like, oh, that'll be $13. And it's like, okay. Farther in the transaction than we were before. I got this. Here's my card. And then he like stares at me again. And without even skipping a beat, he's like, we haven't even processed the transaction. What kind of sauces do you want? Marinara. And I'm like tapping. I'm holding my card to the tap reader. At this point, I'm just holding it there. And he's like asking me questions that don't need to be answered. And it's like, do you want breadsticks? Nope, my guy, I just want the Crazy Puffs. I'm good. Now I have my Crazy Puffs now. Finally, I shit you not, I stood there and talked to him for 20 minutes. I stood there and talked to him for 20 minutes, and he's asking me questions that I've already answered. He's like, would you like a drink? And I said, you know what? I deserve a drink. And I grab a 0 sugar Baja Blast, because 0 sugar is better. And guess what happens? Guess what happens when Smokey decides to add something to the transaction? I read that it says the price is $2.89. I owe $13. I know I approximately owe $16 with tax included. Right? It's fine. He looks at me. What? Like, he's staring at me, and the cooler for the drinks is right beside me. He's like staring at me. What? And I'm holding the drink. I'm like, I want this. I want this, please. And he's like, okay. And I sit there. We sit there in 5 minutes of silence. And then he looks at me. That's gotta be $16. I said, okay. Here's my card. And then he's like, mind you, I could have had my Crazy Puffs already. He's like, they're gonna be a 15-minute wait. And it's like, what? You didn't tell them. You haven't typed in that I want Crazy Puffs. I want this many. I haven't changed my mind. I'm dead set after talking to you for 20 fucking minutes. I want the Crazy Puffs. And now I have to wait another 15 minutes, right? And at this point, I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I can't exit the transaction. It's one of those complications where you are involved. Like, it'd be like if you went to Walmart and you know you have too much in your stuff, and you're like, I don't want to inconvenience the lady by taking stuff out. And it's like, I don't want to inconvenience this person by just saying, no, I'm good, and walking out. At this point, like Zoro says, I'm along for the ride. Right? He's like, it's going to be 15 minutes. I'm like, okay. 15 minutes. I turn and look. There's nowhere to sit. In a Little Caesars. There's 4 feet between me and the door and the front counter. And he's still staring at me. And I'm the only one here. I'm like, can I go wait outside? Do I wait in here? And without even saying anything, he's just like, I don't know. He just shrugs at me. And it's like, okay. So I walk outside, get out the door. I'm looking for a spot to sit. All the tables here are wrapped in chains. And the chairs, they're wrapped in chains. Right? Can't sit there. Understood. I look to my left, and then there's a bunch of Little Caesars employees sitting at the one chair that the one table I can sit at. No problem. My car is right there. I will go walk by the cop cars and go sit in my car. I walk over, sit in the car, having a fun time. And I start watching this really good video about the psychology of the anime monster. It was really fun. I like video essays. 15 minutes goes by and I walk in. I set a timer. I walk in, man said 15 minutes, I'm walking in at 15. And the guy is still there staring at the door. And he looks at me. I gave him my name. No other customer has walked in. What's your name again? I'm like, Smokey, I want my Crazy Puffs. And for context, okay, I'm actually gonna draw this. I can't contain myself no longer. I can contain myself no longer. See, I knew I wanted to talk about this on stream. I was thinking about this while I was driving my 60 minutes fucking home. I was like, oh, I should talk about this on stream. See, I would think the same thing, Zoro, but I live in a highly, highly religious community. I don't think he was high. Okay, so the Little Caesars is kind of in a like place like this. And there's like store, but we're gonna zoom in. This is the Little Caesars, right? Door is right here. You walk in and then there's the counter. No chairs, right? There's a little thing to get behind the counter. There's a little part behind the counter, and then there's a wall like this where you can see around into the kitchen on both sides. And he looks at me. They're not ready yet. And it's like, okay, they're not ready yet. And at this point, I decide I'm going to sit in here because I just want to leave. When these are done, I want to leave. And I'm staring. This is me. This is me. This is the employee I'm talking to. We're going to call that man Chad. And there's another employee right here. There is a counter that goes all the way down the length of the store. And I see my Crazy Puffs. They're right here. Crazy Puffs right there. Right? Now, if you don't know, Crazy Puffs are cooked in like a muffin tray. Right? They're cooked in like a muffin tray where you have to use like a pair of tongs or something to get them out. Right? And I shit you not. I watch another employee with these Crazy Puffs go like this with the muffin tray. He's holding the muffin tray with his oven-mitted hand, and he has a pair of tongs, right? He has a pair of tongs in his hand, sets them down, and reaches into the tray and goes, ah! And like, I'm just standing there like, wow, this is kind of crazy. And I watch him like pause and think about it. Hands up here, still holding the tray, right? And he reaches it again. And he pulls his hand back and he's like, oh, it burnt me. And I'm like, what? What? Chief. Of course it did. You just pulled it out of the oven. I watch this employee that have been talking to go this way, right? And I see another employee go this way from this side, right? There are now 3 employees trying to figure out how to get my Crazy Puffs out of the tray. I watch this employee, the one, Chad, we'll call him Chad. I watch him go over there. He's like, bro, what are you doing? And he reaches into the fucking pan. Ah! God, it's hot. It burnt me. And I'm like, I feel like I'm watching an episode of like Three Stooges. Guy from in the back, he looks competent. His badge says manager. He's like, hey, what are you guys doing? And he yanks the pan away from this guy with no oven mitt. So what happens? Crazy Puffs on the counter. They haven't come out of the pan yet. Crazy Puffs are on the counter. Okay. He's like, oh, it was hot. And I'm watching them now grab the guy had some tongs that were like this long. He goes and grabs a pair that are like this long now. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. What is wrong with these people? And like, I'm watching them like treat it like it's a nuclear bomb. They're holding it with like two hands, like, get it out of there. Suffice to say, after another 10 minutes of watching what I can only describe as the Three Stooges of Little Caesars try and figure out how to get my Crazy Puffs, I watched them make their way into the box. So for recap, Crazy Puffs are now in the box. Okay. Hooray. Finally. Okay. Crazy Puffs are in the box. We have reached success. Boom. This guy walks back out front to me. They're like little pepperoni muffins, Rin. But our guy for sake, his name is Chad. Could have been Chad, for all I know. Okay, suffice to say, Chad walks back out to me and does this. What's your name again? What'd you order? And I'm like, I ordered the Crazy Puffs. He's like, oh yeah. And then we just stand there for another 5 fucking minutes. I was like, are they done yet? And he looks back. They're putting them in the box right now. Perfect, Chief. Perfect. Love that. I love that they're going into the box right now. Did they taste good? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. You know how funny it was watching this? Very. He brings me the Crazy Puffs. And then, I shit you fucking not. We've already covered this question. This was 25 minutes ago. Do you want any sauces with that? I answered this question. I have answered this question before. I feel like this fucker hated me. I feel like this guy hated me. He just wanted to ruin my fucking day. Ambo, thank you for the follow. This was a store run by aliens disguised as humans, or perhaps some kind of homunculus. Oh my god. I thought, at some point, I thought I was not going to get my Crazy Puffs. I thought that they were going to close. And meanwhile, while this is all happening, I'm like, I should have went to McDonald's. I just should have went and got a little cheeseburger and been done. I should have just went to McDonald's. Oh my god. No, can't do that. Can't do that. And then I drive home, and this plagues my mind. This plagues my mind for the entire hour home. And I ate my Little Caesars Crazy Puffs because there was no seating in the parking lot. Furball, thank you for the follow. I eat my Crazy Puffs in the parking lot, watching the video essay about Monster, and oh, all is well. Were they still hot at this point? They were. As I'm leaving, I hear the guy say, I hate making those. Those are real hot. It's like, bro, you have tools for this. Fun fact, Little Caesars existed in the U.S. Northeast until the early 90s when they disappeared completely. I assume they stopped existing as a company until a couple years ago when I moved to Georgia. They're in Detroit. I used to live in Detroit, and okay, flashback. When I used to live in Detroit, I actually used to make it a weekly ritual of every Saturday. This is while I'm working at the Planet Fitness. This is my weekly ritual of I work out, I'm powerlifting. I'm gonna go get some Crazy Puffs on Saturday. So it was like my weekly ritual. When I moved back home to where I'm at now, and it's very rural over here in the Northwest, I don't have that opportunity to get my Crazy Puffs anymore. So I thought it was a great idea. In Detroit, when I got my Crazy Puffs, they're done right now, man. They're right here. Hot and ready. And it's like, okay. I understand. You know, at some point, I'll have to tell you guys about the Planet. When I was working at Planet Fitness, I was a member service representative. And I had a guy threaten to beat me up because I caught him taking a number 2 in the showers 4 times. I'll have to tell you guys about the Planet Fitness shower shitter one day. Trust me, I know it's nasty. Trust me, I know. I worked it, I lived it. Yep. That is a real thing I had to deal with at work. That is a real thing I had to deal with at work. Because I was one of them Planet Fitness. I'm gonna overachieve. I'm gonna try my best. So I would clean all the time. And one of the okay, I'm going to tell a very short thing about Planet Fitness, and then we'll get back to our Crazy Puff story. In Planet Fitness, as a member service representative, you are tasked with a couple things. But one of your things you have to do is hourly checks of the bathroom. You have to check and make sure that basically nobody's asleep in there, that nobody is streaking, and that nobody is doing anything nefarious with the lockers, right? It's part of your job. You have to check the bathroom every hour. Well, on my shift, I was the only guy on shift. I was the only guy. I worked with a really nice older lady and my manager. Company policy states they are not allowed to enter the men's bathroom. Stupid, I don't know. But I am then tasked for my whole 8-hour shift. Every hour, I need to go into that bathroom and check it and clean it and make sure it's fine. Cool. And that man threatened to beat me up, and I'm not gonna lie, I almost lost my job. I almost lost my job because he reported me not to the owner of the store. He reported me to Planet Fitness corporate for theft. He reported that I stole his things. I said, no, I didn't. I didn't steal anything from you. Anyways, back to the Crazy Puff story. Crazy Puffs. I get home, I bought 2 boxes of Crazy Puffs, right? So what I bought a drink, 2 boxes of Crazy Puffs, right? And I bought 1 small thing of like garlic cheesy bread. When I get home, first box at the first box of Crazy Puffs at the store, perfect. When I opened the second box, I had to throw one of the Crazy Puffs away because it had a very large finger hole in it, which I can only assume is because they kept sticking their fucking hand in the pan trying to get it out. So, yeah, there you go. That's the story of my Crazy Puffs. When I worked retail auto parts, we had to make sure people weren't throwing used toilet paper in the waste paper bin, because in some countries, that's normal operating procedure. No, Planet Fitness has a lot of weird, Planet Fitness has a lot of weird company policy. One of the locations over there, East Coast, because I don't think it's known by like this, but Planet Fitness is like a franchise company. Think of like a McDonald's, like anybody can buy one. But over in the East, there's a company called Epic Fitness that owns like 1/3 of all the Planet Fitnesses in the US. So it's a big corporate thing. Nice model, thank you. But it's a big, like, so they run it more corporate than the other ones that are like one owner. So they run it extremely corporate. And they actually had a competition in Detroit. They had a competition of like who is the best Planet Fitness. And my Planet Fitness was always in like the top 10, right? And yeah. Wonderful time. Look, we made it an hour. Congratulations, everybody. Did I do a good job? How did I do on my story? It feels, to me, it feels like I lived in a dream. Was good enough to get clipped? Oh, that's fun. Dude, it pissed me off. It pissed me off. I'd like to pet you, Mr. Rock Cat thing. I'm the rock dog. I'm the rock guy. But yeah, before we move on, what would you guys have done? Did I handle it properly? Oh, wow. It is Chatoyancy time. It is Chatoyancy time. Okay, guys. Time for class. Time for class. That felt like your teacher is just schizo rambling at you. That's because you were. Wow, you guys are so mean to me today. Here I am, just trying to provide you good content. And here I am. Jimmy Smile. It was enjoyable though. Nice. Is that Russian? It is. Okay. For this class, we're actually gonna need this. Bum bum, beam beam, beam boom, boom boom, bum bum. During Smokey, did you squat during your powerlifting days? I did actually. My favorite lift was deadlift. I got up to 500 big ones, and then I was like, man, I should take some steroids. And then I was rethinking that, and I was like, you know what, Smokey, you should not take steroids. That was at my max though, and mind you, at the time I was very, very heavily bulking, so I was lifting 500 at like 230. Big Smokey, that's crazy. Where's Rocky? I need hymns for emotional support. Oh, I got you guys. Give me 1 second to... There we go. That's better. That's a better position for it to be in. Okay. So... Whew, this is gonna take a lot of energy, my friends. So give me a second. Thank you for the follow. Okay. I'm just trying to set this up really quick, my friends. Okay. Do do bum bum. Okay, well. Okay, well. Give me 1 sec, guys. Boom, ba boom. So I think I need to turn our TV maybe bring it a little forward. Maybe we'll just drop it there. I think that would work. Bum bum. I feel like I'm doing quite a bad job at this today, guys. I'm sorry. If I'm being completely honest. You started 3 minutes ago? I know, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. Spam Rocky. Bum, bum. Okay. Now, mostly this is just for like, mostly this is just for like, your visual aids and stuff. Because you guys requested me to do more visual aids. I won't. Just keep breaking everything, guys. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Will definitely help. I sure fucking hope so. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This was a lot of work to set up to do this. And I sure hope so. I'm busy fitting him to the TV. Oh, wrong way. That actually kind of looks cool, though. It's kind of nice that we have the TV now. How's that look, guys? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? I think I might have clicked a boo-boo on accident. Sereno, thank you for the follow. Wait. Ooh, I almost thought I just banned somebody on accident. Thank you guys for the follow. Okay, how's that look? It looks a little wonky, but it'll work, right? It'll work, right? It'll work. I really tried on this. It'll work. Okay. So, Chatoyancy. Okay. Now, for class today, we're going to try and do some more like notes and things like that. I'm only going to write down stuff that I think is super important. Some people were having issues reading some of the writing. So what I did is I made a slideshow of everything else that we might need to know. Okay. So we're going to go through it slow. I'm going to try my best. If you guys get mad at me, hate me, I don't know. Just let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, okay? Now I might be slow to read any comments and things like that, but I'm gonna try my best, okay? So, first things first. So, Chatoyancy, also known as cat's eyes, is an optical phenomenon where bright, narrow bands of light appear to glide atop the surface of a gemstone as it moves, resembling the slit of a cat's eyes. Now, for example, we've talked about asterism before, right? An asterism is where it makes a star, and it's what? Two intersecting cat's eyes. Cat's eye is just one, okay? Do we kind of get that? Do we kind of understand this? Now, chatoyancy is an optical effect caused by light refracting off dense concentrations of parallel needles or hollow tubes. It can be both. And cat's eyes are not often cut in facets. They're often cut in cabochons, and this means domes. We cut them in dome shapes to let the cat's eye glide across. Okay? Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Okay? Now here's a good example of like some chatoyancy that you might see out in the wild. Okay? So these are different types of optical phenomenons. I'm trying to have an emphasis on our chatoyancy here. Okay? And then this is chatoyancy compared to asterism. Okay? Okay. Let me finish this first part, and then we'll move on to the second. Okay. Now, when used by itself as a gemstone name, the term cat's eye always refers to a chatoyant variety of chrysoberyl. Okay. So when you talk about cat's eye things, they're mostly in reference to chrysoberyls. For every other gem, you must specify cat's eye tourmaline, cat's eye aquamarine, cat's eye garnet. Okay? Only the word cat's eye refers to just a variety of chrysoberyl. Okay? So without qualification and specifics, cat's eye just means crystal barrel. Okay. Now, we'll talk about like how chatoyancy works a little bit. Didn't know cat's eyes was a crystal barrel. Yes, though just the term cat's eye refers to crystal barrels. Okay. So chatoyancy results from light refracting off aligned needle-like inclusions within the stone. Like you would think about this like a light running off a spool of silk, right? These internal structures act like tiny mirrors, each refracting a sliver of light, and when they are aligned in a parallel, their individual reflections combine into a single bright band. Okay? How am I doing so far today, guys? Zorro, you are correct. We're going to get there right now. See, trying to jump ahead of me. Silk. Okay. So a lot of times they'll refer to it as silk. Okay. Although silk or fine included crystals, they can is the most common cause of chatoyancy. Any inclusion that reflects light in parallel lines can create the effect. This includes hollow tubes, This includes feathers, and this includes veils. Okay? The key physical requirement to be chatoyant is a group of fibers or needles or other reflective inclusions must be oriented parallel to the cabochon base, okay? And making them, when you cut them, you need to orient your cat's eye correctly. Otherwise, what will happen is good cutters can get them to be straight on, right? But a cutter who is inexperienced might get it to go like this or like this, okay? So a good cutter will always have it centered. What was that notification thing? I can't see notifications right now. ASAP, thank you for the follow. Okay. And we're moving onwards. Okay. Not all inclusions are solid mineral needles. In phenakite, numerous minute acular tubes and platyvoids were clearly seen under magnification, all aligned parallel to an optic axis. Light refractions from these tubes and iridescent voids were responsible for pronounced chatoyancy. So phenakite is caused by these tubes and voids, or tubes and voids. We'll write voids right here too. Voids. By the way, yes, there is a test. I wrote one. So, haha, you're not getting out of it. Haha. 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 Okay. I'm moving on. In some gems like tourmaline, hollow growth tubes rather than mineral needles are the primary cause of chatoyancy. Which is why tourmaline cat's eyes tend to have a broader, less sharp eye than crystal barrel. So when we think of like the eye of a crystal barrel, it's very sharp and pointed, right? Whereas in tourmaline, it's very blurry. As you kind of come down, it's very blurry. So it's not as sharp of a line, okay? Teacher, can you define voids in this regards? So voids is an iridescent reflective void in the stone. But these voids run parallel with the optic axis. Teacher, can you throw it back? Okay. In a chatoyant diazepore, the chatoyancy was caused not only by needles and tubes, but also by the combination of iridescent reflective thin films, or fissures, aligned along repeated cleavages, demonstrating that cleavage plane themselves can act as chatoyancy, producing reflectors when consistently oriented. Okay? And then, so this is kind of what I wrote down to visualize. Imagine a spool of silk thread lying inside a dome of glass. When you shine light on it from directly above, the light hits all the parallel fibers simultaneously and bounces back as a single bright line, running perpendicular to the fiber direction. That's what a cat's eye is. Do we understand? Do we understand? Before I move on. Like how color works. We're talking about the line of a cat's eye. Starlo had a good question. Is the sharpness of the lines dependent on the distance between the needles or the difference in refractive index? We're going to get to the sharpness right after this. Legitimately, right after. Do you have an example of hollow tubes and feathers? I do not. Microscopic of it, like pictures of this, nobody like really takes a whole lot. So I wasn't able to find a whole lot of information on it. What I can tell you is it's kind of the way they make it sound is it's kind of oriented like fiberglass, because they use a lot of fiber, or not fiberglass, fiber optics. It's organized like that. Like if you think about like a fiber optic cable, they use a lot of fiber optic glass to mimic cat's eyes. Okay, we are moving on. Okay, the sharpness and quality of the eye depends on the density of the inclusions. We're gonna use INCL. Oh, no, I'll just fuck. I write like shit. Inclusions. Okay. Uniformity. Cutting orientation. We're gonna just say cutting, but cutting orientation. Dome height. Okay. These things is what creates our sharpness. Okay. I will define these right now for you, so make sure you're taking notes. So our density of inclusions, this means more parallel fibers, the better, which creates brighter, sharper eye. Uniformity refers to inclusions must be consistently parallel throughout the stone. They can't stop halfway through. Okay. Cutting and orientation. This means to maximize chatoyancy, the base of the cabochon must be cut parallel to the inclusions to produce an even effect across the dome. And dome height. For a phenomenal gem, a relatively high dome is needed. This would mean that your dome, instead of looking like this on most stones, your dome would look like this. Okay? That's important. This makes the eye stand out. If the crown is too shallow, the bands will be wide and less bright. Does that answer any questions? I sure hope so, because I am trying my best. I'm trying my best to simplify a little bit. I felt like I was dumping a lot of like information on you guys the last couple times, so I'm trying to slow down a little. Could I repeat that but slower? Sure. 1 second. I need a drink. Is a tall dome just more desirable for a carrot point, or does it actually make it sharper? It actually makes it sharper by focusing the light. This is a sad day. I just ran out of Diet Coke. Oh, I dropped my bottle. Okay. So, we'll recover. So the density of inclusions just means more parallel fibers, the brighter, the sharper the eye. Uniformity means that inclusions must be consistently parallel with or throughout the stone. So you can't have a cat's eye that only does half of it, right? That's not a true cat's eye. It has to go all the way through. Okay? Cutting in orientation just means that the base of the cabochon must be cut parallel to the inclusions to produce an even effect across the dome. Nice. Thank you, Zoro. Dome height refers to the height of the dome. A relatively high dome is needed for cat's eyes. This makes the eyes stand out. If the crown is too shallow, and what the crown is just the sides. Okay? If the crown is too shallow, the bands will be wide and less bright. Bum, 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 bum. How are we doing? Oh, I didn't think of you using that as a reference. Thanks, Zoro. I appreciate that. I didn't think about using that one as a reference. I saw it, but I never thought about it. Hopefully this class gets you into geology. Hopefully. Okay. Now, the milk and honey effect. Okay? The milk and honey effect is... This is a defining characteristic amongst the finest cat's eye like crystal barrels, okay? As one of the most diagnostic features in the gem trade, okay? Luckily, I actually have pictures of this, okay? So what do you guys think it refers to when it means milk and honey? What do you guys think it refers to? Does light only shine on one side of something? No, in stones, light actually refracts, which means that it bounces around all the different little things. Diplyorca, thank you for the follow. Yellow, not quite. You're close. Okay. So, milk and honey refers to a two-toned shadow effect, where it appears one half of the stone appears a creamy white, like milk, and the other a rich golden brown, like honey. This is under oblique light, and no other chatoyant gem reliably produces this effect. So Crystal Beryl is the only one that does this. Okay. Rock Dog, hi! That's me. Is in reference to the cat's eye as the milk and the lit side as the honey? Kind of. It just refers to as both sides of the cat's eye being a different color. A two-tone shadow, basically. Like they would refer, even though it's not white, they would refer to this yellow as the milk, and then this darkish brown as the honey. Looks like a cough drop. I know, right? Is it edible? No. Okay. Ooh, how am I doing, guys? This is the defining characteristic of the finest cat's eyes. I already said that. 1 second. Just so, thank you for the follow. This is the defining characteristic of these things, okay? When light obliquely strikes a fine cat's eye, crystal beryl, it creates a shadow effect within the gem. The side away from the light is a richer brown, while the side facing the light is a yellowish white. This is where the milk and honey name comes from. Cat's eye crystal beryl is characterized by two optical effects not present together in other cat's eye gemstones. The first is the formation of a bright narrow line, and the second is the formation over part of the stone body in the bright area, and that's that milk and white effect. Okay? It looks like it would taste great. I don't think so. It looks like cough drops to me. But maybe I'm crazy. Okay? Let's see. Okay. Now, next slide. Cat's eye crystal beryl is also known as cymophane. Well, let me write that down for you guys. Cymophane. What just happened? Azure J, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm Smokey. We're talking about Chatoyancy today in gemstones. Welcome. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's skipping my stuff. No! No! Okay. Hi, guys. Hi. Let me give you a shout out. Oof. That was scary. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Cat's eyes, or cat's eye crystal beryl, as we can see here, refers to, or is also known as cymophane. This name comes from the Greek word meaning appearing like a wave, alluding to the opalescent, hazy appearance of the surface of some cat's eye crystals. The name cymophane or chymophane, I might be pronouncing it wrong, but it looks like this. Cymophane. But appears frequently, and the name is rarely used, but appears in frequently in gemological literature. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna write too much about this next stuff, but we're gonna go through slowly. What is the Greek again? It is the Greek for appearing like a wave. Okay. Next, we're going to go through all the stones that basically lay out cat's eyes, like that are cat's eyes, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Okay. And I do want to know which is your guys' favorite. Okay. So we have... Where's my stick? There's my stick. Aha! I got my stick back. Okay. Stick. Okay. So we have our cat's eye crystal barrel. Then we have our tiger's eye. Now, tiger's eye is different, but it also displays cat's eyes. Okay. Then we have cat's eye tourmaline. And I might try and give you guys some little facts about these, but give me 1 second. Dale, thank you for the follow. Okay. So then we have cat's eye tourmaline. And some varieties exhibit a shimmering cat's eye effect, but typically with a coarser, less sharp eye due to the width of the internal tubes causing the effect. Okay. Bardic. Hi, Bardic. Okay. So our next stone is cat's eye corundum. Now, we all know what corundum means. Corundum means sapphires and rubies, okay? We know what corundum means, okay? But, rubies and sapphires with parallel silk, less common than star corundum. So this is actually a fun fact. Star sapphires and star rubies are actually more common than cat's eye rubies and cat's eye sapphires. Okay? Then our next one is cat's eye quartz, which includes varieties like Hawkeye's, which is a blue-gray, star, or not star, cat's eye. Okay? I believe I made a mistake in my slide. We will probably see. Okay. Save up. These next ones are rare. You guys got to save up now. These next ones are rare. Okay. Okay. Then we have cat's eye aquamarine. Okay. And cat's eye aquamarine has hollow tubes, which cause the chatoyancy in barrel, rare blue body color, and the cat's eye is extremely striking, but it's not sharp. Okay, do you guys kind of see the difference between something like a crystal barrel cat's eye and this? It looks hazy, right? It looks hazy. Then we have cat's eye emeralds, right? Cat's eye emeralds are also a beryl. And these are also pretty rare. Then we have cat's eye scapolite, which is caused by needle or rod-like inclusions running parallel down the optical axis. And these would come from Burma, Sri Lanka, Madagascar, and Tanzania. Okay. Then we have cat's eye moonstone, which usually are very, very soft. See how hazy that is compared to like even something like our cat's eye aquamarines? Look how hazy that is. Okay. And these are soft and or diffuse eye. Must be distinguished from adolescence, which most moonstone is known for, which is a different light phenomenon entirely. So there is cat's eye moonstone, and then there's cat's eye, and then there's regular moonstone. Frostier and It's Graves, thank you for the follow. Okay, we're learning cat's eyes. Okay, then we have appetite. Okay, cat's eye appetite. And look at how much sharper these lines are as opposed to our other ones, right? Coffee beans, the emerald one is lime flavored. Okay, so in appetite, chatoyancy is a very common phenomenon in appetite with green and yellow body colors. Deep blue cat's eye appetite, however, is very rare, and that's that center one. Okay? Then we have cat's eye zircon, which is documented but very, 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 very seldom encountered. And this is because radioactive decay can destroy the inclusion structure of the cat's eye. So if they're around things like radiation, or the radioactive decay can start breaking them down. Chaotic, thank you for the follow. Okay. Is Star Sapphire, they lie on rutile and magnetite hexagonal system leading to the... But is Chatoyancy Sapphire just rutile in a specific condition? It's a needle-like inclusions, which are often rutile, but they don't have to be, that run parallel along the optical axis. Make sense? You're going... This is great. Appetite me right now for these rocks. Can you have cat's eye diamonds? From my understanding, no. If so, very, very, very rare. Okay, we're going to move on. So then we have cat's eye garnets. And these specifically come from a place called Malaya. Or Malia. I pronounce it really bad. Garnets. And these practically are non-existent. They have been found with light refracting veil inclusions, but simply overlooked in search for facetable rough. So these do exist, but they are often looked over for faceting garnets. Okay? The garnet is killing it. The garnets do kill it. Okay? Then we have cat's eye spinels, which have linear features in spinel, can produce chatoyancy rather than a star network typical of this cubic mineral. Okay? So still pretty rare. Then we have cat's eye diopside. And this is from parallel inclusions in, it's called a monoclinic pyroxene. Most diopside chatoyancy is seen in greenish material. Homeworld, thank you for the follow. Okay, onwards we go. Then we have something called enstatite, which is a dark brownish or dark brownish green body with parallel inclusions. And can you kind of see where the difference is? Like I was saying with Crystal Barrel, the line is very sharp and clean. But as you can see in here, this one kind of waves through. Okay? Oh, my big rock belly. Oh my god, you guys are so weird. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I couldn't find a picture of this one. This is called Cat's Eye Hypersthene, which is a strong metallic shimmer that occasionally has cat's eyes in but it's a pyroxene variety. I could not find a single picture. I looked all over, could not find one. But it also displays a dualiscence, I believe, like Moonstone. Why is everybody eating the samples? I don't know, but just go with it. Just go with it. Then we have Cat's Eye Sillimanite, or Sillimanite or fibrillite. Cat's Eye Sillimanite. Cat's Eye Sillimanite comes from India and uses crystal barrel sillimanite fibers to produce chatoyancy. This is pretty rare and pretty collectible. Okay? Then you have Cat's Eye Danburite. Look at that one. That one's nice. Now, Cat's Eye Danburite, there's pink Cat's Eye Danburite, and then there's the yellow. Okay? Piss yellow? Okay, well, don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me. Okay, geez. Okay, we're going to move on to our next, which is, these are the extremely rare, you're too poor. These are the extremely rare, you're too poor to afford them section. I can't afford them, I'm too poor. So, extremely rare, you're too poor. Okay. Now, these are things like Cat's Eye Alexandrite. Okay. I found a study, Chatoyan sapphires is mostly from gas liquid inclusions instead of mineral inclusions. Thank you, Starlau. I appreciate you. Cat's Eye Alexandrite. This is the rarest form of gem cat's eyes, okay? And this is caused by chrysoberyl with chromium impurities that alters color absorption, producing green in daylight and red or purple in incandescent light, combined with chatoyancy. I don't know if there's much left to say there. Then we have something called Cat's Eye Phenakite. Now, GIA examined a 38.34 carat transparent colorless phenakite from Sri Lanka, showing strong chatoyancy from aligned acicular ACICULAR tubes and iridescent platyvoids. Chatoyancy not previously mentioned in major reference books from this material. Okay, we're moving on. Then we have Cat's Eye Diazepore, a 50.71 carat color change diazepore displaying chatoyancy caused by both needles and tubes, and iridescent reflective thin films align along cleavage. Super rare. I'll never see one in person. I can just look at it through the screen. Okay, onwards. Then we have Cat's Eye Corner Upine, an extremely rare borosilicate mineral found in boron-rich metamorphic rocks. Chatoyancy is caused by rutile and graphite inclusions. GIA identified a 1.44 carat specimen in their New York lab. Okay. We're going to move on with... How does it look, by the way? Oh, that doesn't look bad. Hooray. Okay. Then we have cat's eye helidor. Okay. And cat's eye helidor, GIA documented a cat's eye helidor, or yellow barrel, with chatoyancy caused by hollow tubes alongside blue gonite crystal inclusions. A super exceptionally rare combination. Okay. Then we have. Now this one I could not find a lot of reliable pictures, so we're going to use our imagination. Cat's eye tanzanite is so rare that not a lot of people can have pictures of them either. It is a zoisite, rarely develops the parallel inclusion patterns needed for a cat's eye. Okay? Okay. Then there's cat's eye kunzite. And cat's eye kunzite is a spudamine variety documented in very specialist literatures, but it does exist. Then there is cat's eye prehnite, and which is caused by fibrous structure of prehnite, can occasionally self-produce chatoyancy without additional inclusions. That's the fun part about prehnite, is this can form it without. Battleship, hello, welcome. We're talking about chatoyancy and gemstones. Oh wait, the reason the high dome makes the line sharper is because of the angle of the reflection changes faster, which makes you go out of range for the diffraction faster. Yes. Okay. Then we have cat's eye obsidian, which is a volcanic glass with aligned crystallite inclusions, which is not a mineral, but occasionally shows chatoyancy. So, obsidian, not a mineral, but can show chatoyancy. And then we have my favorite and one of the rarest, still beat out by alexandrite. We have cat's eye actinolite or nephrite, which this is basically cat's eye jade, okay? Which is a fibrous amphibole structure producing chatoyancy. Some cat's eyes or cat's eye nephrite is used ornamentally in China. How is cat's eye obsidian too expensive? It's just super rare, from my understanding. From all my research, because like, for example, you have rainbow obsidian, right? But rainbow obsidian, I don't know. I am trying. This is where I made my mistake. This should not be here. Okay. Okay. We're going to talk about grading. How are we doing, though? I think we're doing pretty good. Everyone seems like they're having fun. We're having fun. I'm having fun. I worked very hard on this. I stayed up very late. Doing good. Did I mention chatoyant tourmaline already? Yes, I did. It was one of the first ones. Doing good. Cats are super cool. They are. Hi, Wormo. Okay. Okay. So, grading is done by eye quality, sharpness, brightness, and centering. Milk and honey. Now, mind you, this grading process is specifically for chrysoberyl, because when we refer to a cat's eye without distinction, it is a chrysoberyl. Okay? Milk and honey, the presence of two-tone shadows, body color, like regular gems, translucency, size, and inclusion, right? Obviously, all that's important. Okay? Now, tiger's eye is actually a quartz that has replaced the fibrous blue asbestos mineral, crocodilite. Here, we'll go back to our... Here. I can't speak today. Kill me, kill me, kill me. Crocodilite. These fibers first provided the parallel fibrous structure, and the silica then infiltrated and replaced the asbestos, preserving the fibrous arrangement perfectly while substituting quartz for the original material. The parallel fibers, now composed of iron and stained quartz, pseudomorphs after crocodilite, produces the characteristic golden brown silky chatoyancy. And then this is where I have Hawkeye blue gray is tiger eye, in which the replacement process is incomplete. That would be this. Some of the original blue crocodilite remains alongside the iron oxide golden quartz, producing a blue-gray variety. Bullseye is a red-brown variety produced by further heat oxidization of the iron content. Hi, Dipley. Hi. Fun fact, cat's eye aquamarine is always cut as a cabochon and typically arranged. Yes, cat's eye aquamarine, all cat's eyes are always cut in a cabochon. Might have a further breakdown, some definitions later, but that can wait till afterwards. When you mine these gems out of the ground, do they make a purring sound? No, they don't. There was a relatively recent study which said that crocodilite wasn't replaced by quartz, but rather grown simultaneously and interwoven. I do understand that that study exists. I'm just going off of what is taught in textbooks right now. Until it gets, like, pushed, I'm going to go with what is in, like, textbooks. Could you go back to the grading slide? Yes, I can. Let me facet cat's eye. I mean, you can. You can. There's nothing stopping you, technically. Except yourself. I know it loses all its sharpness. That's why I'm saying no one's stopping you. No one is stopping you. You can do it. Hello, Sereno. Okay, so we're gonna go over cutting a little bit, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, cutting a chatoyant gem. This there's three main things you need to worry about, which is orientation, dome height, and inclusion distribution. Okay. We know that the orientation, the cabochon base, must be cut exactly parallel to the plane of needle inclusions or any inclusion. Even a few degrees off, and the eye shifts towards the girdle or disappears entirely. Dome height. The crown should be relatively high to make the eye stand out. If the crown is too shallow, the bands will be wide and less bright. However, excessive height makes the stone difficult to set and reduces the graceful movement of the eye, right? Like if it goes into a point, obviously the eye won't roll anymore. It'll just disappear. Okay. And then inclusion distribution. In some cases, the parallel inclusions are not distributed throughout the stone and are only in zones of narrow bands. In such cases, the cutter must orientate the needles with care to produce a cat's eye. Some sometimes a lapidary, I don't know why I wrote it like that. Sometimes it places a narrow band of dense inclusions specifically at the base of the cabochon. The entire visible dome can be inclusion-free, with the eye generated from a single layer at the bottom of the stone. Some synthetic or imitation stones have an engraved foil backing or an engraved base to produce a cat's eye in much the same way. A single layer of inclusions at the base works in natural stones. This is a key fraud awareness point. A polished groove or foil on a pavilion of glass cabochons can simulate chatoyancy convincingly. Hello. What just happened? Oh, thank you for the head pat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow, TTV. I appreciate you. Okay. And then we've already talked about this, but I can go into it a little bit more if you want. How am I doing, guys? Is there an ideal dome shape? Like parabolic is ideal for telescopes? Not really. Mostly a lapidary specialist is going to feel it out. You can kind of bring it out. I used to know this guy who cut specifically cat's eyes, and that's what he did. And he said it's kind of something that you feel. At some point, you can just spot how the cat's eye will look over time. Sometimes domes are a little wonky because of them. But like it said, normally it's mostly the back end of the dome that's the most important. Okay. Now we're going to go into treatments and fakes. Fiber optic glass cat's eyes. This equals poo-poo garbage. Poo-poo garbage. Fiber optic glass or is the most common imitation. Glass with embedded parallel fibers produces a convincing cat's eye effect identified by lack of Basically, it doesn't have a consistent RI, and they're too perfect and uniform. Okay. Synthetic cat's eye or crystal beryl, which is lab grown. Oh, hi, Rice. Hi, Rice. Hi, Rice. We're talking about cat's eyes today. And then we talked about our engraved base. A groove carved in the base of a glass or quartz cabochon produces a bright line visible through the dome. The eye does not move with rotation the way a genuine chatoyant gem would. Okay, so there's your three different fakes. You have your lab grown, your fiber optic glass, and then your engraved base. Okay. A genuine chatoyant gem eye moves smoothly across the dome as the stone is rotated under the point of light. An engraved base imitation produces a static, bright line that does not shift. Okay? What time is it? Okay, that's weird. Well, we kind of made it through. We made it through the class. I did get this, which was a close-up for the glass ones. And then your synthetic cat's eyes, and then that was it. That was my whole presentation. How'd I do? How'd I do? Did I do bad? Did I do bad? Okay. So you guys know what time it is. It's time for a test. It's time for a test. The reading of the definitions was a little too fast still. Yeah, I think the reading of I think the definitions were a little too complicated this time. We'll work on it. Anyways, we'll get rid of our TV because we don't need him anymore. Questions before we move on. Questions before we move on. Questions before we move on. I could do that. I'll try that next time post for sure. I took a lot of notes. Good. You used a lot of the word itself in the definition, which probably didn't help. I'm trying. Are there any questions for me right now? Before we do the test. Hey Smokey, I had to visit to a pair of local gem shops. Would you like to take a look at the recordings I took so that you can be fine? I just want to post them in the Discord. Yeah, just send them to me. Just DM them to me. What is the usual spacing? Elaborate if you could for me. A lot more digestible. That's what I was going for. Okay. Here's what I'm going for. I'm trying to make it somewhat digestible and easy to understand, but also include some higher definition. I think a lot of What time is it? 2. We're only 2 hours into stream. Ugh. I think I did a terrible job on the pacing for that. You guys are right. I tried. Man, I feel like I'm not getting any better at this sometimes. Today felt more like a class rather than getting yapped at. Okay. You were more responsive to questions. I can't believe how Cat's Eye Obsidian could be rare if it is. Like if a volcano can't spew out lava, and even if a little debris or something gets in. From my understanding, it is, if I go back in my notes to Cat's Eye Obsidian, it is specifically with aligned microcrystallite inclusions. From my limited understanding. I like this stream. It was definitely more digestible than other ones. Well, that's good. That's the goal. Not gonna lie, past ones I was panicking, writing down everything. What do you guys want to do for next class, by the way? And then I think what we'll do is maybe we'll play a game and then end stream. I could also tell a story if you want. Because that's what I had. That's what I had for the class. I think an hour was pretty good, though. I would love a class on inclusions. Okay, we'll do one on inclusions next. So next class is inclusions. Refractive index breakdown? Sure. So let me write these down. I'll write this down. Well, how about this? We'll do a class on definitions, and we'll break down some important definition things. So we'll do refractive index, we'll do inclusions. So here's what you guys need to do, right? Sedimentary structures class, for sure. Here's what we'll do. Write down, okay, I'm just gonna make a new channel in the Discord right now. Where is it? Camera. Okay. Stream ideas. Okay. In stream ideas, go down and comment definitions that you want, right? So just write definitions that you guys want to do, and then we'll add it all into a class. And then I think if you and Zoro, Bama and Zoro and Post, if you guys want it, you guys can be on the, I've been thinking about you three in specific. You guys can be on the research team with me, and we'll do research. Sound good? I thought that would be nice as a reward for you guys for always being in class. So you guys can help me with research for classes. That way we can make it not too complicated. You guys can just give me broad points. That way you guys can still do the classes, get the stars. Also, I told you guys somebody would win a gemstone from my collection. And I am proud to announce that Post won. So, Post, you are going to get a star ruby from my collection. Okay? It's a something vintage that I got from an old collection. That has like a silver bale around it. But that's for you. You'll need to DM me like some information so we can get it shipped out. But Post won the first test month. And I'm not going to lie, it was close. The only reason Post won is because he was there for the first class. The only reason he won is because he was there for the first class and nobody else was. Yeah, you did miss the first class, which is okay. Thank you so much. Of course. I told you that the whole goal of doing this is to give back to the community and to inspire learning. So yeah, you're going to get, and I'm not promising anything to you, Post. If I can do it in time, you will also probably get a opal triplet freeform that I cut on my own. For that I usually go and sell at the store. But I'm allowed to keep a certain amount, and you might get one of those. Quick question on definitions class. What scope and definitions are you looking for? Mostly on the mineral side, gem side. You guys got to remember that I am a gem guy, so let's try and keep it gem-wise and mineral-wise. Gem-wise, if we need to go into mineral science for certain gem definitions, we can. So, is class over? Class is over, but stream is not. Class is over, but stream is not over. I'm trying to stream as long as possible. I was told that 2 hours isn't a really good... Rice told me 2 hours isn't really a good amount of time for stream. And that I should try and do 4. But yes. Spoopy Games time. It is Spoopy Games time. I can tell you guys about my Planet Fitness experience if you guys want. We could do that. Play games with us. We should do a Mecha Chameleon night. I can buy that and we can do that for tomorrow's stream if you want. I get scared of 30-minute presentations. I couldn't imagine 2 hours of streaming. Oh my god, it kills my soul, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it's easy to notice when I'm not having a good time because my mental just kind of dives off a cliff. And it's just like I start getting quiet. But I'm feeling good today. Bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Do you guys want to do applications for the researcher role? Do you guys want to do applications for that? We love our rock dog around here. We do. Bum, ba, bum. But I'm more than happy to do applications. I don't like people feeling like they have to do free work. You know, it's mostly stuff for the passion. You know what I mean? Ba-bum, ba-bum. It genuinely means a lot that there's so many people here, by the way. Like, I'm not that interesting. I'm glad we talked about rocks, though. Let me find an indie game for us to play, because I have a big folder of them. I did not like the last one, if I'm being honest. Nice stream, Smokey. Thank you. I'm okay with free labor. It's literally using you as a crash course before my gemology classes, after all. I mean, that's fair. What am I wrong about, Avis Corvus? You know, you're literally a tutor, right? You deserve compensation. Oh, I hate that because, like, I do not want people to feel like at any point that, like, they have to give me money or anything. And it's like, oh, if you don't give me money, I won't do the class. It's like, no, that will never happen. I would never treat any of you guys like that because it's genuinely like a love of the game thing for me. I don't know. I don't want to get too emotional, but you guys know what happened with my grandpa. And my grandpa was a big teacher. He really liked teaching. And one of his dreams for me, because, you know, our grandparents always have dreams for us. Our grandparents always have dreams for us. You know what I mean? One of his dreams for me was to be a teacher in gemstones. So, in a way, I feel like I'm living up to his memory. You know what I mean? That's my way of living up to his memory. I'm looking at this quiz you have. Oh, hooray. It is, I'm not going to say it's the easiest quiz, but it's not the hardest. I reduced the amount of questions to 10. Yep. You just taught a class on Chatoyancy to 60 people. I think you earned educator status at least. Well, that's nice. At least I'm living up to some part of that memory. He wanted me to teach the world about, you know, my family owns an opal mine. He wanted me to teach the world about, like, our opal. Thank you for the head pats. He wanted me to teach the world about, like, our opal as, like, because technically, if you want to get really specific, our opal is as rare, if not rarer, than, like, black opal. And it's as stable as black opal. But you can't, like, it's just not as popular because black opal had such a market behind it. Why are your opals pink? It's a lot to do with, it has a lot of hematite in it. We used to think that there was a lot of iron, but it has a lot of hematite and a lot of manganese in it. So it's a lot of things that could be turning it pink. It is from my understanding, it's the only consistent pink opal with chatoyancy in it. Manganese, my beloved. I know, right? It's my beloved. Is citrine a real gem or is it just BS? So citrine is real. Citrine is real, but most of the citrine you buy is heat-treated amethyst. Genuinely a top 10 chromophore, I know, right? But yeah, no, that was his goal. He wanted our family to have like the next big black opal. I'm hoping one day it turns into that because, oh my god, then I'll actually just make a school. Smokey, do you kisses? I only kiss the man I am dating. And I give him all the tongue. Thank you for the head pat. I give him all of that. Anyways. Thank you for the head pat. Much better. My birthstone, they say, is that. And I love yellow so much. So I'm like, oh. Yeah. I'm gonna redeem all my things when I have 5K. So when we have a class, you teach it as Rocky. that would be a funny a funny redeem idea. Oh wait, opal question. Is the gaps between the spheres filled in with silica? No, usually it's just void. From my understanding. It's usually just void or a small amount of water. Like some opals are what you consider hydrophane, which means they're above 5 to 6% water. Which is bad because then they tend to absorb oils and dry out. Our opal has less than 3% in it. Okay. I'm gonna play a game, I think, and then we will end stream. By the way, guys, if you wouldn't mind, my YouTube is in my card, and I am really trying to get up there. I'm gonna be the next Tom Hanks. Call me Dom. I don't know why I said Tom Hanks, but I'm gonna go with it. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Okay. We are playing a game. Ooh. Are you guys ready? I think this is a game like the zoo game. Thank you for classes. Aw, thank you guys. Okay, what do you guys think? Plain house, hotel, or factory? What are we thinking? I don't want to play this at all. Thank you for class teach. Oh, no problem, guys. Hotel sounds more scary. Which one is nicotine in? Our famous enemy, nicotine. You still don't fuck with him? No, we don't fuck with nicotine. Never! We never fuck with nicotine. Oh, I picked the wrong one. Hotel. Okay, survive until 6 a.m. Report any anomalies. A warning will appear if there are too many anomalies. Take a moment to read the report section, bottom of the screen, to see all the types of anomalies. Okay. Oh. Oh my god, there's so many! Oh, we're so fucked, chat. We're so fucked. Chat, it's Jover. We're so fucked. Missing object, missing what? Oh, I don't like this. What kind of rocks do you have? I have lots of rocks, actually. Like 8 or 9. Smokey, I love you, but you were booty at the last anomaly game. You suck! Hey, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. X2, thank you. Thank you for the follow, Furry. I appreciate you. You suck, Zoro. You suck. Well, I think, Strange Light in the ice room? I think that's what that is. Okay, I think it's fixed. I want the anomaly to crack you. What? What? I don't see anything here. Well, that's not good. Reception, strange light, distortion, strange light. Hooray, we're doing good. Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're fine here. 1 second. Blip. Oh, shit! Fuck you. Okay. Moving. Leon, thank you for the follow. What? What? It's moving! Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. It's Oh, I clicked the wrong room. Oh, dude. I forgot it's Slurpee Day? Shut up. What? Oh my god. What the fuck? Hello, guy. I wonder. Intruder? You're in the room, I think. Why do you look at me like that? Why do you look at me like that? Okay. Okay, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We got this, chat. We got this. Okay, that's fine. Nope, that's not fine. Hallway. What is this? Missing strange light, intruder, strange painting, extra object. Extra object? Other? What do you think those are? What do you think? What is? Okay, I'm going extra object. Footprints are an object, kind of. Yes. Oh no. Okay, I'm fucked, guys. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. other? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. I hate this one. This one is way worse than the fucking zoo one. Hey, lady, get out of my fucking hotel, please. Die. Die! Don't jump at me. Don't jump at me. Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness. He's going ham. Is that shovel broken? Is that shovel broken, guys? This one is much better. we, I don't know. Is that shovel broken? It looked broken. I don't... Oh, no. Distorted object, maybe? I don't know. Shoot. Fuck it. I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay, nothing found. At least it doesn't seem like I have a limit. But the nights are so long. Let's see. I don't see any missing objects. Maybe it's a trowel? Oh, I see. There's no way I have to click on it like the last one, right? There's no way. Something's not right. Something's not right. Too many anomalies. Missing. Oh, fuck. Shit. Well, fuck me. What now? Missing object? Missing object? Oh, fuck. We're so fucked. Oh, no. We're so fucked. I got one. I just guessed. I just fucking guessed. I don't know what it was, but I guessed. Okay, there's one. I don't see anything wrong in there. Wait. Fuck it. Extra object. Extra object. I'm locking in. Oh, fuck. The problem is you don't know what was wrong. No, I wasn't paying attention enough, I don't think. I don't see anything in there. Okay, there's got to be something out here that's wrong. Distorted object. Oh, I didn't click the right room. Oh, I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. There's an extra plant, I think. There's an extra plant right there, right? You don't know what was wrong? No. There's an extra plant right here, I think. Extra object, patio. Please, please, I think there's an extra plant there. Oh, fuck. There were too many objects. You fixed 7. Oh, I suck at this. I suck at this. I sucked at that, bro. Oh, wow. Let's see. How long we've been live? Let's do a round of factory. Why not? Oh, well, fuck this. Fuck this. Ugh. There's so many objects. Guys, I'm so fucked. Oh, guys, I'm so fucked. Oh, my God. And not in the... Oh. Do not enter. Oh, my God. I'm so cooked, bro. There's so many objects. Well, it appears hell has cometh forth for me. It appears hell is here. Woohoo! I got one. Okay. I don't see anything. Portal to hell casually opens. Well, yeah, you know, it is what it is, Yugi. Is that another... Was that painting there? Is that an extra painting? Oh, fuck, I clicked the wrong one. Oh, my God. I'm just... Oh. Oh, no. Is that an extra painting? I think. I think it is. I think it is. It looks like an extra graffiti on there. Oh, no. I don't know. I don't see anything. Oh, God, there's so many objects. A strange painting report? Maybe that's it. I hope so. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. There's just so many objects. You can just take a wild stab at everything, but... What? I guessed. What was there? What was the extra object? Well, ha. Other? That's not supposed to be there. Oh, shit! Okay, motherfucker. I can't, Intruder? Die! 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 Ooh. I think I'm just gonna guess here. I think I'm gonna guess here in basement. I'm just gonna guess extra object. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm not, I'm not. Okay. John Flashbang. We love John. Something feels off in the bathroom and I can't place it. Fuck it. We're just going to report distorted object. I'm trying on this one, guys. I'm trying. I'm going to do it. I got this. I don't see anything. This looks fine. Fuck it. Storeroom. Moving object? I don't know. There's something off in here. Extra object. Oh, I'm so fucked. Oh, I'm so fucked. Other. Please, please, please. Bro, I suck at this. Extra object. Oh, guys, I'm so cooked. Well, that's, extra object, extra object, extra object. Okay. 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 Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, oh the ladder fell. The ladder fell. The ladder fell. Oh! Okay. We're getting good at this. Yeah. Yeah. The basement other. Fuck it. Fuck it. I wish it showed what you missed if you fail. Same. Restroom. Let's see. Strangely missing object. Let's go missing object. Who knows? There might be a fucking wrapper on the floor that's gone. What the fuck was missing there? What was missing there? What was missing there? What was missing there? There's something in here. There's something in here. I just can't figure it fucking out. Extra object. I think it's one of these girders. I think it's one of these girders is wrong. Fuck. It was the sign in the front. Okay. Moving object replace. Who knows? Who knows at this point? Who knows? I certainly don't, chat. I don't. So, F-U-C-K. Fucked. Okay, this game can eat my whole ass. This game can eat my whole ass. What? I'm not that bad at games, guys. Guys, I'm not that bad at games. I'm not that bad at games. I'm not that bad at games, okay? I'm not that bad at games. I'm not. I'm cool. I'm a cool guy. And I'm not that bad at games. I'm not that bad at games. Sure, Smokey. Okay, bro. Hangman on the blackboard? We could do Hangman. We could do Hangman. We could do that. We could do that. We could play a game of Hangman. That would be fun. Ooh, it could be words from... Ooh, you are right. It could be words from our class. Okay. Do, 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 do. Speaking of how cool you are, you know the link to the Discord on your card just says button? I do know it just says button. I need to fix that. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's a word from your class today. It's a word from your class today. One letter at a time. One letter at a time. Hangman. A, C, nope, and nope. E, there are two E's. There are two E's. Gotta keep guessing, chat. Gotta keep guessing. Minty. Lineage, thank you. Is that an I or an L? Just got here from YouTube. Hi! We love our YouTube progs. Pink, is that an I or an L? I like I, that is a no. Boop. Keep guessing, my friends. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. D? There is a D. Oh, well, I can write it as a B instead. There's a D. Blank inclusions. That's the only hint I'm giving. No R. N. Needle is correct. Good job, guys. Good job. I'm proud of you. You did a good job. Wah, wah, wah. Good job, Zoro. Good job, Zoro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy making it 3 hours. I usually only go 2. Do you guys mind if I just go die somewhere? I kind of want to just go sit. Everything hurts. Okay. I'm gonna go sit somewhere, my friends. We're gonna raid to one of my bestest of friends. One of my bestest. You know him, you love him, the Lavender Lapdog. He's so cool. In fact, he's one of the coolest. Raid message. What do we want for a raid message? Raid message. You're purple! You're purple! Okay. And then put... Hi, Aiden. You joined at a bad time. We're raiding out. Okay, that's the raid message. Please use it. Please, 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 my friend. Please. Okay. You're purple. Okay. Bye, friends. Aiden, thank you for the follow as we raid out. Tell Snowy you love him. Tell Snowy that he is purple? Question mark? Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye, friends. Bye-bye, 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 boo. Dee-dop-a-dee-da-dop-a-dop-bo. You got 4 seconds to go. Bye-bye.